Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
Jennifer Lopez is getting candid about her love life. The Kiss of the Spider-Woman star was a guest on the October 15th episode of SiriusXM's The Howard Stern Show and made a few shocking revelations, including that she doesn't think she's ever truly been loved.
And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable. It's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them.
They have little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in a relationship with
And
people.
they gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's
All the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you
they didn't,
and didn't know you.
and I didn't love myself.
J-Lo also reflected on her experience dating in the public eye, revealing why she is choosing to keep that part of her life more private moving forward.
Does it seem like everything is doomed from the beginning? You know what I mean?
No, I don't feel that. I feel that I live my life very out loud, even though I was in the public eye. And I wanted to share my life with someone.
Right.
I want someone to be there when I'm having my big important moments on the red carpet. I want someone to be there, when I'm doing whatever, or when we're going to the store, whatever it is. Like, I wanted to share that. And so I didn't hide from it, and I spoke about it. And I think now, after what's happened in the past few years to me and to my children, I just feel like I want to keep that part so much more quiet in my life.
But even though J-Lo now plans to keep her romantic life under wraps, she admits it's hard to do that when you're happy.
These are big moments in your life. You want to share them with everybody, right? And you think that's okay. But the truth is, when you're in this type of career and you have the type of level of fame that we're talking about, there is a compromise. There are adjustments that you do need to make because it is a very blessed life.
As for other lessons she's learned along the way, Jennifer says she understands there are compromises she has to make in order to have a healthy relationship.
Yes.
I really do. You get to do what you love for so many years. So do I,
That's
Howard. And I love what I do. And I appreciate my fans, and I appreciate the position I have, and I appreciate the opportunities that I continue to get.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there's a trade-off in certain ways. And that's one of the trade-offs, is that you have to learn how to navigate your personal life. And my personal life has suffered at times because of that. And now I have learned that, and it took time for me to learn it. I kept thinking, no, I can beat this, I can do this. And now I've realized that, no, you have to change. You have to change your behavior if you want to have, a successful relationship in your life. And so that was part of it.
Since her split from ex-husband Ben Affleck, Jennifer also says she's worked on learning to truly love herself.
Do you still believe in true love? Do you?
Yes.
Was there ever a time? Maybe this is too deep a question for this show. But do you worry? Can anyone really love me if I don't have my looks?
Sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I never
if I
had
didn't
looks,
look
so
like-
I
if I
don't have
don't-
to worry about it. You know what I mean? I have that liberation.
I think the work of my life, and it's not because of beauty, is about self-love, is about knowing that I am worthy of love and people paying attention to me and not leaving and not doing that. That's the work of my life, to know that I'm whole on my own.
Along the way, J-Lo says she has learned to be proud of who she is as a person outside of all the fame and accolades.
What I've learned, Howard, is that I have to love that kid inside.
Right.
And
Do you?
It's a journey. It's been a journey.
It's hard.
Right? No, it's been so hard. But I think when my life changed a year and a half ago, I really went on the journey to figure that part of myself out. And now I'm in a place, and during that summer, I remember sitting outside with my closest friends and going, this little girl who was 7 years old, barefoot, dirty feet, ripped nightgown, 6, 7 years old, did all of this.
Right.
And I don't give her credit. All I ever think about is, I could be better at this, I could be better at that. I didn't win the thing. I got
Right.
people say I'm this, people say I'm that. I have to do better. I have to get better. I'm not good enough. It's not good enough. Never,
Right.
I'm never perfect. And it's this thing, instead of just going, you did really good. You did
Yeah.
really good. Look at you. Not because you're famous, not because you've made movies, because you're a good person. You're a good friend. You're a good mom.
Right.
You're a good daughter. You're a good person. You're a good human. In all of this, you're that. And that's when I started really changing how I looked at myself and appreciated myself, and giving that little girl who, and then did all of this other stuff too, the credit that she deserved. And I was able to feel really peaceful and calm by myself.
In the wide-ranging interview, Jennifer went on to recall the process of welcoming her twins, Emme and Max, with ex-husband Marc Anthony, after trying to get pregnant for 3 years.
The thing is, I was dying to have kids,
Right.
because I had them later. And I thought, I'm losing my window here. And I was married to Marc at the time. And we were together for a couple years, and I wasn't getting pregnant. And then all of a sudden, on the third year we were together, I got pregnant
Wow.
with twins. It was just like the best thing of my life. I was dying to get pregnant. Wanted kids so badly. And then I had these two angels come into my life, and
You love it. You love being a parent.
I love them so much. It hurts me.
J-Lo and Marc split when the twins were still toddlers, which she says caused her to go into overdrive as a single mom and the main provider. But a conversation with her kids during the COVID-19 pandemic made her realize she needs to slow down.
And I thought to myself, oh, it's all on me. I'm going to take care of these kids for the rest of their lives. I've got to go in. I almost went into hyperdrive because of that.
Right.
And I had to get help, and I had to do all the things.
When you say help,
And-
you mean therapy.
No, I mean...
You mean help to just raise
yeah,
the
to
kids.
raise them. You know, my cousins helped at one point, and then it was my friend, and then it was nannies, and then it was like all the things, right? And they were used to me working. And I think when the pandemic happened, I got to stay home.
Right.
I realized, like, I need to be more home with them all the time, because I was just so on a trajectory of, like, I'm the provider. I have to do this. It's okay to be a single mom. I'm going to give them the life that I never had. You know, it was more of a drive like that. And then when the pandemic happened, and they were like 10 years old when the pandemic happened, and they spoke to me. They're like, "You're not a regular mom.
You're not around enough.
You're not, you're not here every day. You don't drop us off and pick us up like the other." And I realized how much they needed me there. It wasn't just about me giving them a great life. It was about me, being there for them all the time.
Now, Jennifer says they have a great relationship and are closer than ever.
But I started trying to balance that a little bit more. And also, it's just about when they come into that consciousness, because they're babies before that, and everything you do is fine. But
Right.
once they start talking to you in a real way at 10, 11, 12 years old, it's a wake-up call. And we have the best relationship now, because I just was like, okay, you're going to know. If you didn't know before how much I love you and that you were the main thing in my life and everything I do for you, you're going to know now.
Jen also talked about headlining the Super Bowl with Shakira, telling Howard how she felt when they asked her to take the stage with another music superstar.
I have talked about this, and I think for me, it was always such a dream to do it.
Right.
Like my idols, like Madonna, like Diana Ross, like
Right.
Prince, like, you know what I mean? Like all of these people who died, and you like wait for your turn. And when they said, "Oh, you're gonna do it with Shakira or Gloria," I was like,
Really?
it was almost like you think that one Latin artist couldn't do it by themselves. That was more the thing to me.
Right.
Shakira deserved her own as well. Do you know what I mean?
Despite her initial hesitation, looking back now, J-Lo says she couldn't be happier with how the show turned out.
To say, in retrospect, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, and I'm so proud of that Super Bowl, and I'm so proud to have shared that stage with Shakira, because we did represent something in that moment that was important. Two women who were moms, who were Latin, who stood for hard work and what was going on in the country at the time. I made the statement with the cages and the kids in cages. And there was a lot going on that we were able to kind of bring a beautiful light to in the way that we do what we do, right? And so now that I look back on it, I wouldn't have had, God always knows what he's doing. He does. And sometimes you just have to surrender and go, okay. And that's kind of what we did.